Hello, hello. I'm the I'm the J Man with today's movie review. Uh, today I'm gonna do something special. Here it is. Since the Hangover 3 is out, I'm gonna do my Hangover 3 collection. Starting off with The Hangover. This is the movie that started it all. I'll read the synopsis. A blowout Las Vegas bachelor party turns into a race against time when three hungover groomsmen awaken after a night of drunken debauchery to find that the groom has gone missing and attempt to get him to the altar in time for his wedding. In 48 hours, Doug is scheduled to walk down the aisle, effectively ending his reign as a rowdy bachelor. Realizing that this is their last blowout with their best friend, Doug's groomsmen reorganize a Sin City bachelor bash he'll never forget. Then came The Hangover Part 2. In The Hangover Part 2, Phil, Bradley Cooper, Stu, Ed Helms, Alan, Zach Galifianakis, and Doug, Justin Bartha, travel to exotic Thailand for Stu's wedding. After the unforgettable bachelor party in Las Vegas, Stu is taking no chances and has opted for a safe, subdued pre-wedding brunch. However, things don't always go as planned. What happens in Vegas may stay in Vegas, but what happens in Bangkok can't even be imagined. Then the last and finale to the whole Hangover series, called The Hangover Part 3, the finale. The Hangover Part 3 is the epic conclusion to an incomparable odyssey of mayhem and bad decisions, in which the guys must finish what they started by going back to where it all began, Las Vegas. One way or another, it all ends here. It's been 2 years. Phil, Stu, and Doug are happily living uneventful lives at home. The only member of the wolf pack who's not content is Alan. Still lacking a sense of purpose, the group's black sheep has ditched his meds and given in to his natural impulses in a big way, which for Alan means no boundaries, no filters, and no judgment, until a personal crisis forces him to finally seek the help he needs. And who better than his three best friends to make sure that he takes the first step? This time there's no bachelor party, no wedding. What could possibly go wrong? But when the wolf pack hits the road, all bets are off. That's the finale to this is the finale to The Hangover Part 3. So I've got Hangover Part 1 and Hangover Part 2. Oh. Okay. Next review I'm going to do is for the movie Stoker with Nicole Kidman. Here is the review. India Stoker, Mia Wyszowska, was not prepared to lose her father and best friend Richard Dermot Mulroney in a tragic auto accident. The solitude of her woodsy family estate, the peace of her tranquil town, and the unspoken somberment of her home life are suddenly upended by not only this mysterious accident, but by the sudden arrival of her Uncle Charlie, Matthew Good, but whom she never knew existed. When Charlie moves in with her and her emotionally unstable mother, Evie, Nicole Kidman, India thinks the void left by her father's death is finally being filled by his closest bloodline. Soon after his arrival, India comes to suspect that this mysterious charming man has ulterior motives. Yet, instead of feeling outrage or terror, this friendless young woman becomes increasingly infatuated with him. That's Stoker. The next review is Jack the Giant Slayer with Nicholas Hoult from Warm Bodies, About a Boy, A Single Man. Here's the review. There's big, there's epic, and there's giant. An ancient war is reunited when a young farmhand unwittingly opens a gateway between our world and a fearsome race of giants. Unleashed on the earth for the first time in centuries, the giants strive to reclaim the land they once lost, forcing the young man, Jack, Nicholas Hoult, into the battle of his life to stop them. Fighting for a kingdom and its people, and the love of a brave princess, he comes face to face with the unstoppable warriors he thought only existed in legend, and gets the chance to become a legend himself. That's Jack the Giant Slayer. Next one is a Steve Carell, Jim Carrey movie called The Impossible Burt Wonderstone. Here's the review. Superstar magicians Burt Wonderstone, Steve Carell, and Anton Marvelton, Steve Buscemi, have ruled Las Vegas for years, with illusion as big as Burt's growing ego. But lately, the duo's greatest deception is their public friendship, as they secretly loathe each other, facing cutthroat competition from gorilla street magician Steve Gray, Jim Carrey, whose cult following surges with each outrageous stunt even their show looks stale. But there's still a chance to save the act, both on stage and off, if Burt can get back in touch what made him love magic in the first place. Olivia Wilde, Alan Arkin, and James Gandolfini also star in this wondrous comedy romp. That's The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. Next one is Parental Guidance with Bette Midler and Monster University's Billy Crystal. Old school grandfather Artie, Billy Crystal, is accustomed to calling the shots. Meets his match when he and his eager-to-please wife, Diane, Bette Midler, agree to babysit their 3 grandkids. When their Type A helicopter parents, Marissa Tomei, Tom Everett Scott, go away for work. But when 21st century problems collide with Artie and Diane's old-school methods of tough rules, lots of love, and old-fashioned games, it's learning to bend and not holding your ground that binds the family together. That's Parental Guidance. Next one is Oz, the Great and Powerful. Here's the review. Disney's fantastical adventure, Oz the Great and Powerful, from the director of the Spider-Man trilogy, follows Oscar Diggs, James Franco, a small-time circus magician with dubious ethics. When Diggs is hurled away to the vibrant land of Oz, he thinks he's hit the jackpot until he meets three witches, Mila Kunis, Rachel Weisz, and Michelle Williams, who aren't convinced he's the great wizard everyone's expecting. Reluctantly drawn into epic problems facing Oz and its inhabitants, Oscar must find out who is good and who is evil before it's too late. Putting his magical arts to use through illusion, ingenuity, and even some wizardry, Oscar transforms himself into the great wizard and a better man as well. That's Oz the Great and Powerful. Next one is The Guilt Trip with Seth Rogen and Barbra Streisand. Get ready for one mother of a road trip. Andy Brewster is about to embark on the road trip of a lifetime, and who better to accompany him than his overbearing mother Joyce? After deciding to start his adventure with a quick visit at Mom's, Andy's guilted into bringing her along for the ride. Across 3,000 miles of ever-changing landscape, he's constantly aggravated by her antics. But over time, he comes to realize that their lives have more in common than he originally thought. His mother's advice might end up being exactly what he needs. That's The Guilt Trip. The next one is Beautiful Creatures with Thomas Mann, Alden Ehrenreich, Leslie Gert, Viola Davis. Here's the review. A strange recurring dream haunts Ethan Wake in his sleep, but he prefers anything to his waking life. Trapped in a small conservative a strange recurring dream haunts Ethan Wake in his sleep, but he prefers anything to his waking life. Trapped in a small conservative southern town with his withdrawn father, Ethan desperately wants to escape. Then the beautiful Lena Duquesne arrives at his school, and mysterious events begin to occur. Lena has a secret. She is a caster with powers beyond her control. Worse, when she reaches her 16th birthday, she will be claimed by either the light or the dark, and there's no escaping her fate. In this supernatural love story based on the best-selling book series. That's Beautiful Creatures. The next one is Skyfall, James Bond, 007. Here's the review. When the sky falls, only one man is left standing. Daniel Craig is back as James Bond, 007, in Skyfall, the 23rd adventure in the longest-running film franchise of all time. In Skyfall, Bond's loyalty to M, Judi Dench, is tested as her past comes back to haunt her. As MI6 comes under attack, 007 must track down and destroy the threat, no matter how personal the cost. When Bond's latest assignment goes gravely wrong and agents around the world are exposed, MI6 is attacked, forcing M to relocate the agency. These events cause her authority and position to be challenged by Gareth Mallory, Ray Fiennes, the new chairman of the Intelligence and Security Committee. With MI6 now compromised from both inside and out, M is left with only one ally she can trust, Bond 007 takes to the shadows, aided only by field agent Eve Nanumi Harris. Following a trail to the mysterious Silver, Javier Bardem, whose lethal and hidden motives have yet to reveal themselves. That's Skyfall 007. The second last one is Pitch Perfect. Rebel Wilson, Skylar Aston, Anna Kendrick. Becca, a freshman at university, finds herself not right for any group, but is somehow coaxed into joining a group she would never pick on her own. The Ballas, her school's all-girls singing group. The girls consist of mean girls, sweet girls, and weird girls, whose only thing in common is how good they sound when they sing together. Injecting some much-needed energy into their repertoire, the Ballas take on their male rivals in a campus competition, loaded with new takes on old favourites to hits of right now that are seamlessly mixed together, mashed up and arranged like you've never heard them before. Pitch Perfect is the new out loud comedy. That's Pitch Perfect. And the last one for today is another Skylar Aston movie. It's 21 and Over. Skylar Aston, Justin Chon from Twilight, and Penn Teller, is that his name? Miles Teller. Now, it has Skylar Aston from Pitch Perfect, Justin Chon from Twilight, and Miles Teller from Footloose and Project X. From the writers of The Hangover comes a reckless and raunchy comedy, 21 years in the making. On the day before a critical interview, straight-A college student Jeff Chang gets a surprise visit from his two best mates. From the writers of The Hangover comes a reckless and raunchy comedy, 21 years in the making. On the day before a critical interview, straight-A college student Jeff Chang gets a surprise visit from his two best buds to celebrate his 21st birthday. In no mood to party, Jeff finally agrees to a single drink, which quickly leads to an over-the-top, out-of-control night filled with epic beer pong, smoking hot co-eds, and one angry buffalo. Can Jeff's friends get their plastered pal cleaned up in time for his morning appointment? It's worth a shot. That's 21 and Over. So the movies I reviewed today are 21 and Over, Pitch Perfect, Skyfall, Beautiful Creatures, The Guilt Trip, Oz the Great and Powerful, Parental Guidance, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, Jack the Giant Slayer, Stoker, and my Hangover special. Hangover 1, Hangover 2, and the finale, Hangover 3. I'm the J-Man saying bye!